recording has started.
Right on.
Órale. What's up, homies? Welcome to the Chino and Homeboy podcast, where we do our part in the deconstruction of America. It's
Pretty
another
much.
sacrilegious Sunday of sitting in Satan, dick jokes, and mouth farts.
Hell yeah. That's what we do here at the Chino and Homeboy podcast.
That's right.
We gross people out, we offend you, but we also entertain and maybe teach you a thing or two.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We're still trying to get the hang of this cartoon shit.
Yep. Next stop, live streaming.
That's right. Yeah.
We'll
Imagine live streaming this shit right here. Oh, look at my view.
Hell yeah. As always, we have Hate Jones in the pod.
Hey gang.
Yeah. But yeah, before we begin, if I may, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I would like to give a shout out to my barber. Once again, this man keeps me fresh. He makes me look good, and for at least 2 weeks, I don't look like a dirty ape. So shout out to Tim Chapo at Santoyo's Barbershop in Las Vegas. If you need a haircut, go there. Every single barber is a fucking artist. They're really good at what they do. So yeah, Santoyo's Barbershop. Check out Tim Chapo and whoever's in there. And also, I want to give a shout out to the AIM clan on the Division. I've been playing a lot of Division lately, and I'm trying to, I'm doing the solo shit, but I'm trying to get into a clan so I can do more PvP, and I'm trying to get with them. But yeah, I've watched your stream, make a ruckus. Shout out to Data Lotus, Cold Boy, Unknown, Gage Grizzly, God Deletes, and
God Deletes?
Yes, that's his name, God Deletes. And also my fellow PS4 pleb, Wavy. Everybody else has a PS5, and I have a PS4 because I'm poor. Help me, I'm poor.
That's right.
Anyway,
you can send those donations when we set up a Patreon, or we set up a GoFundMe. Get Chino a PS5.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Cause shit, I'm about to go to the fucking local bar here, gamble on some Kino, and
Right.
get a fucking 5 spot. You know what I mean? That'll be my
Right.
fucking my PlayStation 5 funding. You know what I mean?
Right.
But hey, I can lose some money too. So
Man,
yeah.
My homegirl just won like $9,000 on slots.
Jeez.
Is she
That's what's up though.
is she looking to invest in a podcast?
No.
in the multimedia company.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
by
the
way,
way,
only if he was her boyfriend.
By the way, audience, if you want cocaine, the Chapo that Chino talked about, not the Chapo you want cocaine from. Wrong.
Right.
Chapo.
Wrong Chapo.
That's right. Wrong Chapo. Wrong Chapo. All right. We've got the pleasantries out of the way. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes. All right.
That's right.
We're just gonna raw dog it today, because after watching this cartoon for like 2 minutes on YouTube, I got bored.
But that's you, motherfucker. Like, this ain't made for you, it's made for them.
Right? Yeah. No,
Right.
I know. Yeah. But I figured since we're aiming for the king again, we should just get right into it. Right?
Right.
No foreplay. No foreplay. There's just hey, we got naked. Now let's bang. Let's bang this bitch out.
Get that tip in.
That's right. And who is the king, you may ask? Who is the king?
Who is the king?
Henry VIII.
I think he's already dead. So and no, it's not our Lord and Savior Elon Musk. So don't ask.
Right.
It's Joe Rogan.
Joe motherfucking Rogan.
That's right. That's right. I said it. We're going after Joe motherfucking Rogan.
Look, just a disclaimer. We're fans of Joe. I mean, at least I am a fan of
Me
Joe
too.
Rogan.
I am. I liked his Strange Times.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So what do we? What did Joe Rogan do? What's going on with Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan caught the Rona. That's what Joe
Yeah.
Rogan went and did. And where did he catch the Rona? In Florida, where they're all dying by the boatloads.
What the fuck is going on in Florida?
Apparently,
No mask mandate.
yeah, that's right. They don't believe in wearing masks. They don't believe masks can help. So they're just raw dogging this virus because they don't know that nature is trying to fucking kill you.
No, okay, so
It's funny, like, go ahead.
bust this out. So I watched a little movie, not movie article, but a news article that was interviewing people who had caught COVID, were unvaccinated, didn't like wearing masks, and were sitting up in the hospital either on ventilators or close to being on ventilators. And asked the motherfuckers would they get the vaccination after they got out, if they got out the hospital. And them motherfuckers were still like, no, I have to do some more research. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know what's in the fucking IV going in your veins right now, bitch.
Here's the
Right.
thing, right? Here's the thing. All these people that say, I need to do more fucking research. Oh, I don't trust this virus, but I'm gonna take this horse dewormer that I haven't done any research on.
Yeah, I'm like,
what?
like
Horse
when was the
dewormer?
last time you wrote a research paper?
Right?
At minimum.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
When was the
Like,
last time you went to the library and fingered down the Dewey Decimal System? Suck a dick.
yeah.
God damn, bringing it back. Dewey Decimal System? I like
Right.
that shit, man.
When
Retro.
was the last time you finger fucked those Dewey Decimal cards, huh?
Yeah, no.
Like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
how many people know about fucking Dewey Decimal System nowadays? You know what I mean?
I know,
Yeah.
right? Do they even know what microfiche is?
Nah. They probably think it's a
Nah,
drug.
man, they got Google. They got Google. Right.
Ain't that new form of lean? Microfiche?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. That's something. That's a new dish at the
Stupid.
local hipster joint.
Yeah. What's funny is motherfuckers are trying to do research on medical material. Like they're doing more research on medical material than the dicks they put in their mouth raw.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you don't know his nigga name. You don't know where he been.
Uh,
He's shooting the club up in your mouth, and
Right.
you swallowing it with
Right.
no problem. You don't
Yeah.
even got his ID.
Cannibalism. This cannibalism.
You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
name and address of his last 10 partners? When was the last time he had a medical checkup? You don't even know, but you know you're swallowing the glizzy easy.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this shit that's been like medically approved in multiple countries. I need more research.
To be fair, though, to be fair, no one is gonna ask. They partner like, hey, has this dick been FDA approved?
This one
You know
has.
what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna try to get my dick FDA approved.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Like it's like I don't have a vaccine card, but I got this card that says the FDA approves this dick.
Wait, hold on. How do you even do that? Like, what's the process to do that? You know what I mean? Like, do I take a picture, send it to them? You know, they measure it. If I can look at it, you know what I mean? Like, they run tests. Like, how do you even do that?
That's a good question.
You might
Maybe
have to mail it in.
What the fuck? You might. So what do I cut it off? Like, what's up?
that just sounds like an episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes.
Yeah, you might have to see a doctor first to install the detachable penis mechanism. You know, mail
that-
it with you know, with a return sticker in a box so they can easily return it to you when done.
Right.
Or you're gonna have to drive to Georgia to go pick it up.
Right.
Detachable, huh? Who made it? I bet it's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates? Yeah,
Bill
yeah. Because
fucking
Bill
Gates.
Gates is making everything. You know, I'm just gonna wait till Elon Musk makes one. You know, that's what I'm gonna do.
I want to know how is the like the second or third richest man on the planet the most evil guy? I thought it was always the richest guy. I thought Jeff Bezos is supposed to be the evil rich guy, not the dude 2 notches down.
Oh well, I mean,
Like,
they're both evil in different ways. You know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
I mean, but like everybody's blaming vaccinations and all this other virus shit on Bill Gates.
Well,
Right?
that's because he saved all the African children of I think to measles.
Uh-huh.
I had that shit once. Um, it just felt like the flu. Why? Because
Right.
I've been vaccinated.
Everything's like the fucking flu.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, I was sick for about a week and a half before my mother took me to the doctor. The doctor looked at me for a brief second. Oh, he got the measles. Take him home, give him some juice. It was like the same prescription for what they tell you to do when you got the flu for
Yeah,
measles.
yeah. Did you
Now,
get vaccinated for the measles?
of course I did, but you know, I guess
Oh,
I
see,
got a breakthrough case, but it didn't kill me. I didn't feel bad. My
you want to know
skin,
why? Do you want to know why?
because I was
Because
vaccinated.
you're fucking vaccinated.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. You know, like the lunacy around all this vaccination shit. Like I'm getting it for like from 2 friends, or yes, 2 friends of mine. They're on this bullshit. Well, more than two, but two that I've actually actively talked about it. Um, so one is telling me like the shit that Joe Rogan took is proven to work and there's research on it. But I'm like, it's
Uh,
fucking horse tranquilizer. I don't give a
uh,
fuck if it is an antiviral. Some of the other
uh,
shit he took is an antibiotic. You know what I'm saying?
No,
which
man.
does
No, no,
nothing
no.
for
If it's
viruses.
hold on, no, it's a horse tranquilizer. The shit that Joe
No,
Not
Rogan
no,
not
took.
a
it's
horse
No
a
wonder
horse
he.
tranquilizer, but
dewormer.
it's a horse dewormer. So
Yeah.
it's medication you give the
I
horse
was about
to
look. I
get
was
rid
about
of
to
worms.
say. I was about. No wonder Joe Rogan took it. It's a fucking tranquilizer.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean? My
so
man,
he
my
took
man smokes
medication.
weed. Does DMT. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like not only am I gonna get, and not only am I gonna feel better, with my COVID symptoms, I'm gonna get high as fuck too. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna feel good. You know what I mean? Like, that's no wonder he fucking took it.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
man.
he took medication used from pushing worms out of horses' asses to get rid of a
Uh-huh.
virus in his nostrils.
Huh.
So it's not a virus that's like just in your nostrils.
I
It's
know it's
also
not
in
just
your
in your nostrils,
lungs.
but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
facetious. But
So
you know,
no. So here's the thing, right? Listen up, audience. If you got friends that are stupid and or you
We all
happen
do.
to or you saw Joe Rogan's name in the title of this YouTube video and you clicked on it and you're watching these cartoons talk shit about Joe Rogan and other dumbass motherfuckers. Check it out. If you're a dumbass motherfucker, let me tell you something. Dewormer is not for viruses. It's to get rid of worms that are like in your stomach. Now, if you happen to have like a tapeworm, right? Maybe if
Mm-hmm.
you did the horse dewormer thing, maybe it'll get rid of the tapeworm for you. Okay.
Right.
Uh, a Z-Pack and antibiotics, those are for bacteria.
Bacteria. Right.
That's right. Bacteria are single-celled organisms. I don't know if you
Uh-huh.
remember that shit from biology class. If you fucking paid attention in biology class, but viruses and bacteria are two completely different fucking parasites. Yes, they are. And antibiotics don't do shit for it. That's why we
Correct.
have vaccines. Because once you catch a virus, a vaccine isn't going to do jack shit for you.
Right.
You might as well take some dick in your mouth and swallow the cum.
What was the term? Hey Jones, glizzy.
Jizzy.
I ain't never heard that shit before.
I
I
Oh,
just got
gotta tell you though.
hip to it
I,
recently. Is a
look,
glizzy
I got
is a hip kid's term for hot dogs.
for what?
ah
for hot dogs.
Well, you know what? I'm not.
Lizzie?
Unfortunately, I'm not tragically hip, so I don't know the vernacular now.
I know,
But I
right?
got to tell you though, outside of glizzy, like glizzy notwithstanding, Hey Jones here is most definitely entertaining my logolept sensibilities
Oh yeah,
with would you say lunacy? That is the perfect word for what's going on with this vaccine shit.
yeah,
Fucking lunacy.
yes,
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
Like
nuts,
the
dude.
logic is even bad. Like this vegan rapper I happen to follow on Instagram. He went off on a post. Uh, he's kind of mad that, like, I guess in the media we're drawing a line and saying, hey, if you're not vaccinated, fuck you, you're the enemy kind of deal. And he's
Uh,
like, the battle ain't with you, it's with the virus. I think I know my immune system. I'm like, have you met your immune system? When did y'all have a conversation last? Right? If I'm
yeah,
confident and I'm healthy enough to survive the virus, then I don't need no vaccine. If you think your system is in a bad space and you need the vaccine, then you should get it. But it don't make no difference. It doesn't protect, like the vaccine doesn't protect you from people without the vaccine, and it don't protect you from the people with the vaccine. And I
You
was
know
like,
what?
I was like,
You know what protects you? What protects you from people without the vaccine?
a mask.
No, these motherfucking hands.
you want
Get
you
out
want
my
to catch
face
these
with your
hands full?
COVID, son.
Like step up,
Right?
like pull up. You know what?
Yeah,
I ain't no barber, but shit, I'll make sure you catch the fade.
Right?
yeah. So I'm like, I don't understand his logic because I'm like, the vaccine is there to make sure if when you do catch it, um,
You don't
you,
die.
you don't die or you fight it off better. So like you have a shorter go of it altogether, and you probably won't be on a fucking ventilator. Like
Yeah.
it reduces all your chances, all the negatives. It doesn't stop it. It does reduce you transmitting it to some degree, but it's not complete.
Yeah.
So even
Right.
though we're
So
vaccinated, we still should be using wearing a mask and doing some level of social distancing. And I
yeah.
think for the people like De La Hoya, who just ended up in a fucking hospital and he's vaccinated and a fairly healthy person as far as we know. He's
Yeah.
not on a ventilator, but he is hospitalized at the moment
Mm,
with COVID. People take the shit like it's the antidote and then start living life regular.
Yeah.
You
right.
know,
So
I even
so this
found
is
myself out in public without my mask and not worrying about it. I was like, oh, hold on. I need to throw that shit back on.
Right.
yeah. So here's the thing that I want to go back to the whole idea of these dumbass motherfuckers who are saying like, "Oh, I've done my research." I'm like, "Hey, listen. You really don't have to do any fucking research on the fucking vaccine, right? Uh uh like 75% of adults in America have taken the vaccine. That's millions of fucking people who have had the vaccine.
Hmm.
Now, there may have been a handful of people that have died out of fucking millions. Okay? All right? You
Hmm.
know? All right? Now, out of all of the cases of people who have caught COVID, more people have fucking died from having COVID. I mean, just percentage wise. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you
Right.
take the numbers of people who died from the vaccine versus the number of people that have died from are you
From
fucking
COVID,
leaning?
yeah.
Are you leaning?
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, I was trying to take a sip, and when I take a sip, it makes my mouth move and shit. So I was trying to do it off camera, but the shit leaned over and kept moving anyway.
I think it's actually pretty fucking cool,
Yeah, it is
honestly.
cool.
Like, you did this gangsta lean. Do it again.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, boy.
Oh
But look,
yeah.
to piggyback on what you said, homeboy, I saw this post. I saw this thing that someone said, I think on Twitter, and I think you posted it, and I shared it, where it said, "You know what's?" I might be paraphrasing here, but it said, "You know what's? You know what you see filling hospitals? Unvaccinated people catching the virus.
That's right.
You know what you don't see filling hospitals? Vaccinated people.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Exactly.
So I mean, it just like you said, the logic is. I don't look. I'm a logolith. I love words. I don't have a better word for it than lunacy. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Let's tackle now that we've handled the vaccine aspect of this fucking virus. Let's go to the, if you wear a mask, you're a punk ass bitch. Let me tell you something. We were in the Navy, except for Hate Jones. And I don't know a single motherfucker who wouldn't put on a fucking gas mask during a biological attack, right?
Right.
Like there isn't a single motherfucker that's gonna be like, nah, I ain't putting this mask on. I'm a raw dog. This goddamn biological attack, motherfucker. That's right.
I was like, how about the government start running anthrax attacks? Like schedule.
Right.
Like, hey, we got the antidote for anthrax. Everybody should take it because there's an anthrax war coming. And then start dropping anthrax bombs on everybody and see what happens. Like, would you want the antidote then? Because I honestly feel like motherfuckers need to see people drop dead in front of them or have multiple people in their households to get on track. But then when I look at these fucking nut jobs in the ICU saying I need to do more research once I get out of here, I'm like, nigga.
You're in the ICU. What more research do you need?
Yeah, like you got the bitch, and you're in here asking for our assistance, and we're giving it to you, and we're telling you you need to go get the fucking vaccine once you're out of here. I'm like, honestly, I think they should just slip it to them and shit. Put it in
what's funny,
like keep in the hospital
vaccine,
until they're good.
That's the thing though. Once you're in the hospital with this shit, the vaccine's not gonna work for you, man. You're done.
Follow me. You keep them in the hospital until the fucking virus pass, but don't let them know. Like keep them in there on observation, and then at the last minute you dose them.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that don't die.
Yeah. Like if they get if they good and they're gonna make it out and like everything is rebounded, be like, yeah, we got to keep you in here for like another week for observations, and then like on Wednesday, boom, you give them the shot, wait a couple of days, be like, all right, you good, you can go home.
Right. Well, here's what I find is another thing I find crazy about this whole shit is, the anti-vaxxers and the people who doubt the efficacy of this thing, the people that say, oh, I need more research, right? Like, you don't trust the CDC. Like, they don't trust medical professionals. They don't trust. Hold on.
There was a moment when I didn't trust the CDC, and that's when we had a dumbass motherfucker for president named Donald Trump.
Here, so check this out. So that notwithstanding, right?
Rare case.
Right. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that they don't trust these professionals who do this shit, these experts who fucking know about this shit, right? But they're perfectly willing to trust experts when they're in the fucking hospital.
Yes.
There's a fucking disconnect there. And it's scary. It's frightening.
It's called cognitive dissonance, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. Like they're afraid of. I mean, we're trying to get to mask, but we keep going back to that vaccine, right? They're like, I don't know what's in the vaccine, so I don't want to take it. But I'm gonna go to the hospital and let them pump me full of shit before they put me on this ventilator. When after they put me in the ventilator, I'm just gonna let them pump me full of more shit that I don't know about, that I haven't done any research on, because you know what? I'm dying.
What's in Tylenol, motherfucker? What's in Advil? What's in the antibiotic you taking? You don't fucking know. Shut the fuck up and move.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now,
you know what else? You know what else isn't FDA approved that everyone fucking puts in their fucking mouth?
These nuts.
I don't think everybody puts your nuts in their mouth, but close enough. Good guess.
Yeah. How'd you get that? How'd you get that shit FDA approved?
What I was gonna say is liquor and cigarettes and weed are not FDA approved for human consumption.
Right. But you fucking do it anyway. I know I do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's for the culture, man.
That's right. Beer isn't FDA approved. Neither is wine, but motherfuckers drink that shit every goddamn day.
Yep.
Now,
I still see people at work smoking.
It's an addiction.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
But here's something interesting I found out today while researching.
That was not a good burp, man. I did a couple of 6s and 7s, like, just a few minutes ago.
That was kind of a reverse burp.
Right.
You're
Shame.
we're going
Shame.
negative here. We're going negative, like
Shame.
-1, -2.
Shame.
So people who have lost taste and smell, some of them have lost it what seemed to be permanently, and
Right.
had some kind of negative effect to where things smell and taste like, basically everything smells and tastes like sewage.
Oh, here, hold up. Before we go,
That's essentially brain damage.
Yeah, before we go into long COVID, let's go back to this mask thing, okay?
Okay.
Now,
All right.
now motherfuckers want to say masks don't work, right? That's like saying, you know why I don't use a condom? Because condoms break.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's better. It's at least better than nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the logic. So they don't get the logic of it. So it's about keeping your shit in and not putting it out so that somebody else can breathe it.
Right.
Where they're thinking it's a filter for the air that they're breathing in.
Right.
Which is not.
Right.
This is about keeping your bullshit in your mouth.
Yeah.
So you talk and spittle and cough or burp by accident or in the flow of talking or walking around the store, you don't infect other people with your bullshit.
Yeah. Now here's a perfect example, right? Now,
like, look, I'm wearing a mask.
Hold up. Before you, let's use this as an example. If you're someone or someone who doesn't wear a mask because they think it's stupid and ineffective, tell them to put on a mask and then sneeze into it. And then tell them, that heinous shit that you're smelling? Guess what? I can't smell it because of your mask.
Heinous. I like that. Good shit.
Right?
Man, my logo website is very happy today.
I think the marketing should be like,
you know what I need to do? I need to animate a big rubbery one for you.
Big rubbery.
It's like a mask or face condoms.
Right, exactly.
That's the logic.
Essentially.
Yes.
Keep your jizz to yourself.
Except for my mask. My mask has vents because I only care about my health. I don't give a shit about anybody else's. Because revenge.
Can't wear those.
Spoken like a true Republican.
Right? Exactly. See, I have a neoprene mask that has a PM 2.5 carbon filter on it, right? But it has vents. So
you know what? Them motherfuckers that you got mask from?
Yeah.
Stole my money because I never got my mask.
Oh, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to talk to some people because I have a certain set of skills.
It's all good. Right.
Yeah, I don't have skills. I don't have skills at all. What am I talking about? I'm a cartoon. Look. I'm a cartoon.
Right. Look, my only gripe with wearing a mask is that it flattens my beard. That's it.
Yeah.
So I ordered a mask that specifically does not flatten your beard.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
It looks cool too.
Got to send me that link.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. H. Jones has a beard too, so you're gonna have to send him a link. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll send that to you.
But I keep it so real with this shit. I'm wearing a mask right now. Look at
I mean, I guess I can't say nothing.
He's trying to prevent animated COVID from coming in.
Yeah.
It's a fucking techno virus.
I should do that. I should get an animation where I can drag a little COVID virus across the screen.
Right.
Oh man. Okay, so masks aren't 100%. Condoms aren't 100%. I mean, your jeans aren't 100%, right? Like if you piss on yourself, right? Some of it's going to get to the outside, but you're not going to be pissing on anybody. Also, if anybody pisses on you, yes, you're going to feel the piss, but guess what? Not all of it. only a little bit of the piss gets on you. So
Yeah.
that's how it works, people. The better the jeans, the better you're not going to feel the piss, right? Same thing for your fucking mask. In fact, if you wear a Levi mask, I think that would probably be like one of the most effective cloth masks available. In fact, I don't know why anyone hasn't made jeans masks.
Like denim masks?
Yeah, denim masks.
Levi Strauss, we're looking at you.
That's right. You know what? We'll rock them on. We'll rock them on. We'll rock them. I'll put little animated denim masks on these animated characters for you. Put Levi all across the face, son.
Oh, and by the way, Levi's, we need sponsors.
Yeah. We're really just prostituting ourselves at this point.
I don't know if denim is breathable enough. We might.
Well, I mean, of course it's not breathable. My balls sweat.
Right. And I got swamp ass so bad I got snakes living in my ass.
Right? Yeah, of course. I mean, you're gonna get fucking swamp ass in your mouth. I mean, but shit, it's better than catching COVID and ending up on a goddamn ventilator.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
So
well, there was that. Aren't there? So you have my gripe with the mask, but I guess from what I understand, the people that at least the people that I talk to, I can't breathe properly, or like it fucking stinks or whatever, or like, like shit, like I can't breathe, like that's the thing, like I can't breathe.
right.
There was this video of this dude who wore like 10 masks on top of each other,
Yeah.
smoke a cigarette, just fucking put 10 masks on and ran.
Yeah.
And he was fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this bullshit narrative of, I can't breathe, whoever fucking says that shit, get the fuck on. You know what I mean?
It's starting to sound more and more like the people who don't want to wear masks are bigger punk ass bitches than the ones that want to wear masks. Because honestly, I'd rather be a punk ass bitch because a virus will kill me rather than like, oh, I don't want to wear this mask because I'm a little bitch.
Right. I want to fucking survive, goddammit.
Right?
Yeah, they just don't like the discomfort. That's it. It's like people who don't want to stay in house and social distance because they can't take being a fucking alone because they're miserable fucking people.
Right.
That's true. I mean, we really live in an era where you can sit at home and not be fucking bored. We got Netflix, we got Hulu, HBO Max,
OnlyFans,
Disney Plus, OnlyFans, Pornhub, X Hamster. I mean, you don't even have to leave your house to get food. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates.
Where you think my burritos came from, homie?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Did
you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. That was like a solid 8, 9. I mean, yeah, I got competition. Did we do our dick joke already?
No. Well, I mean, we did actually.
Oh, all right, that's it, folks. Thanks for coming to the podcast.
I mean, that's it. These nuts. So I don't know.
There you go.
That's true.
See, it was a double dick joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit. Fucking Chinese finger cuff. There you go.
That's right. You guys got fucking the what is it? The devil's threesome.
Got spit
you
roasted.
got both ear holes fucked.
You got Eiffel Towered.
But this is what I was saying about the losing taste and smell, right? If that shit was more prevalent,
long COVID now.
If that shit was more prevalent, motherfuckers would be running for the antidote.
No, you want to know? You don't want to know what would be more prevalent if motherfuckers were running to make motherfuckers run for the antidote? If it was really pushed that you could become sterile.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, women would, niggas wouldn't care.
No.
Actually, it only affects
causes
men.
ED.
Oh, yeah, erectile dysfunction too.
There you go. Dick won't work unless you take the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, but at a certain point, you need social proof. You're gonna need a list of men be like, yeah, I got COVID, my dick don't work.
Do you? I mean, these motherfuckers don't need proof to not use the vaccine or wear a mask.
Well,
that's a very interesting dichotomy.
Right? Like, I don't see too. I mean, I've done my research. I don't know anyone whose dick isn't working because of the COVID. Well, then why are you willing to do research for that, but not anything else?
So my thoughts are people are not seeing enough um death. You know, they probably
Yeah,
know more people who've caught it and recovered than
yeah,
they know who've died.
yeah,
So then they minimize it, not understanding that there are long-term effects from catching the fucking virus, and
yeah.
um, the flooding of the hospital or is limiting access to healthcare to everybody else that might
Well,
lead to fucking deaths. Or you go in there because you got into a car accident and your back hurts, and you leave with fucking COVID, and then you die a few weeks later. You know
yeah,
what I'm
Right.
saying?
like that dude who
So
fucking that kid who died and found out he has fucking leukemia because
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
he didn't know he
yeah.
had leukemia until he found out. Like he found out he had leukemia after he found out he had COVID, and he was
oh
like, well, then I guess I'm just gonna go die."
Right.
wow,
Well, I mean, look, we had a guest in a previous episode, our buddy Skid, who's a nurse,
Right.
and he told us about for fucking most of his day that the only thing he was doing was putting people in body bags.
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
that's not proof, no, like, come on
yeah.
Yeah.
now.
No,
I
no,
mean,
but you
see,
know what? Hey,
that's
Jones is
somebody who
right.
works there, but the average Joe who never sees it, you know, like I had a couple of people in my family who had COVID. I had a couple of friends, family members who had COVID. I've been stuck in a house with three people who had COVID, and I couldn't come home because I was afraid if I do have it, I could spread it. So I had to wait until they got better, and I tested negative to decide to come fucking home.
Well, that's
Right.
the thing though. That's the thing though, is that you know, yes, our buddy Skid uh, works as a nurse, and so he sees it firsthand,
Yeah.
right? But he's got friends. He's got his connections, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, that's firsthand experience, right? That's being told to their friends, so that should trend. Look, we learn socially,
Yeah.
right? Like our sphere of learning and experience and influence, is pretty fucking wide because of the connections that we have socially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But
so
but but what you're saying is even Sked couldn't convince his friends that their belief that the vaccines or that the masks don't work and that COVID is fake and that it's not really killing people. Even he, who's seeing it firsthand, couldn't convince these knuckleheads. Is that what you're trying to say?
kind of
Yeah.
the point, really the point I'm trying to make is like, this person has seen it firsthand,
Right.
right? And still believe it. That's not enough fucking proof for you. You know what I mean?
Wait. What are you saying? Sked believes. He
No,
believes.
no, no. I'm saying, yeah, I know Skid believes, but like hypothetically, there are people who are not going to believe him, even though he's seen it
Oh,
firsthand. That's what I'm trying to
oh,
say.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like our mirror neurons work this way. We learn by seeing others. Like I don't need to go jump out of a 10-story window, if I see Johnny doing it, or if I saw
yeah,
Johnny do it, just to see if they, the outcome is the same. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. And
So
you know what? And Joe Rogan just made it all fucking worse by getting better within 3 fucking days.
Yep. Like he said, oh, I caught COVID, I got home, I isolated, I took X, Y, and Z. I had one really bad day and now I'm feeling good. And then he put out another post said he tested negative. But I'm like,
Yeah,
how many motherfuckers did you give this shit to until before you found out you had it?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
there was another story about a teacher who had symptoms and ignored them, went to class with a class of like 30 or something.
20,
Gave
like
that,
22 kids. Yeah,
yeah, gave the whole damn class COVID,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
half of those kids went home and gave some of that shit to their parents.
Right.
Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
just
Yeah.
like one person could infect, and like that's a person who holds the audience, and
yeah,
Rogan holds an audience. So
yeah,
like,
Right.
how many people from all these clubs he bounced to the air flight, he from home and from there back, whatever traveling he did, how much of that shit did he spread around and make somebody else fucking sick? Like if
Right.
I had COVID and I was anywhere around Joe Rogan, I'd sue the nigga right
I have a
now.
question.
Say
Can
what?
I talk about the dogs that detect COVID?
Sure.
We can talk about it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh.
I didn't know there were dogs that detect COVID. Holy shit.
Yeah, so there are dogs that detect COVID, right?
Hold on. So do dogs have to wear a mask too?
I wasn't muted? How did I not get muted?
I
Am I
don't
muted
know, but
now?
we still hear you.
Nope.
No? Holy shit. How the fuck does that happen?
It's because you're using a PC, bro. Fucking Bill
Uh,
Gates, dude. Bill
yeah,
Gates.
I
I'm
blame
telling
I
you.
blame I blame Bill Gates. I blame Bill Gates for the entire fucking thing. So yeah,
Yep.
so there are dogs, right, that are getting trained to detect COVID. I mean, this is no secret, right? And dogs can detect more than COVID. They can detect colon cancer. They can
Yep.
detect other cancers, pancreatic cancers, and all kinds of other shit,
Yeah,
right?
my mother's life was saved by her dogs um recognizing something in her.
Damn.
Right.
Breast cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I love dogs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
dogs.
just want to
Dogs are
say.
dogs are definitely our best fucking friends, man.
Absolutely.
And I mean, honestly, they are way more effective at detecting COVID than the COVID tests. Like, getting that shit stuck up your nose and touching your brain, or getting gagged by the Q-tip and shit. The dogs are like 99% more effective than that shit.
Mm. Too bad I'm
Really?
allergic.
The dogs don't really have to be anywhere near you. In fact, because you should be wearing a fucking mask. It won't matter if the dog is next to you.
So the 2 barks COVID, 1 bark negative?
No, I think the dog sits down. They try to train the dogs not to bark because apparently barking scares people.
I
Word.
mean,
I understand that.
yeah. I mean, it's true. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Like,
but
I'm
look but
allergic
look at
to hear
here.
a fucking dog bark.
Direct people I know who had COVID, I just counted, is 13. So that's, almost once a month since the lockdown, right?
right,
And then there's some tertiary or secondary people like relatives of friends that I know who have caught COVID, and then some of those
Hmm.
people have died. So like
right,
at least 5 or more people have died because of it. So I'm like, how do you, so I haven't seen the strife of COVID. Like, one, we can't go to the hospital and actually see the person who's all fucked up.
yeah,
But like there's all this unseen shit to COVID. And then I think part of people's denial is it's something really scary and we don't
Right.
want to recognize it. So we're doing everything to close our eyes to it, you know?
right, yeah,
But if we're forced to see it, and it's sad because I feel like it's not until you see people dropping dead in the streets that people realize, like, oh, this is a problem. We need to do something, right?
well, that's what
Right.
happened during the Black Plague, right?
Yeah.
Like, that you couldn't hide that shit. People were dying in their homes. I mean, you saw people in carts. That's where the whole, that what is it, the plague doctor character came from, because the plague doctors wore those masks to try and
Hmm.
prevent them. See, again, plague doctors wore masks. Even though it wasn't 100% effective, they still wore a fucking mask
How about
to
this?
avoid the fucking plague.
How
But
about
I
this?
mean, but plague people were getting, dead plague people were getting dragged out in carts, with this scary raven looking motherfucker.
Yeah. How about this?
Right.
Doctors wear masks when they do surgery to keep from blowing their shit into your gut and killing you.
Right.
Well, I mean, you're asleep when they're doing that, so I mean, people have only watched doctor dramas so many times that it's like, do they really do that?
Yeah, I mean, well, if you've ever had surgery before and one of these vaccine deniers and mask not wanting to wearers a comedian. I used to watch his podcast. I kind of slowed up on it,
Yeah.
but he had like gallstones or something and had to go in for a medical procedure. So I'm like,
Yeah.
if you did that, the fucking doctor put on a fucking mask.
Yeah.
Why? Because they don't want to be sneezing into your fucking guts and giving you something.
Right.
So the mask fucking works because it kept you fucking alive. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
everybody's logic on the denier side is just almost idiotic.
Hey,
And I'm
you
not
know
one
what?
for trusting the fucking government, but when like the whole world is on fire, I trust the firemen at that point.
Yeah, you know what these people who don't believe that masks are effective are going to see when they end up going to the hospital and getting put on ventilators?
Doctors with masks, nurse
That's
with masks.
that's fucking right.
Now, hey Jones, you had mentioned something earlier about, like people don't want to see it, right?
Yeah.
They kind of turn a blind eye,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have a theory on why people do that. It's I'm talking about cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. It's much easier, or it takes less energy for people to just ignore an opposing paradigm to what they already have.
Yeah.
Because I mean it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy because of that.
Yeah. I mean,
it
hold
requires
on to that thought real quick.
expenditure of energy.
Hold on to that thought real quick. Let's go back to when we discussed that the brain uses 500 calories to just function every day, right?
Exactly.
Chess players, when they're playing long ass games, can burn up to 6,000 calories just from all the thinking that they're doing.
Shit,
Continue.
I start playing chess.
I don't know how bad their headaches are. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think the reason why they turn a blind eye is because it fucks up what they believe to be their reality. It fucks with their with that, and so
Yeah.
like the cognitive dissonance it's very hard to overcome because it requires that expenditure of energy, and so if we do that, we'll burn ourselves out,
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, man. The brain is an organ that is designed for the conservation of energy, because you never like we evolved in I guess like starvation mode, right? Like we didn't know when was the next time we were going to be encounter an animal that we can kill and take its protein and fat, and we had to scavenge, animals and go forage for fruits and nuts and shit just to, keep us going for the next day. But now that we live in a world of literally abundance and shit, like we don't really have to worry. Yeah, like, but we're still stuck in that evolutionary development of, where we're scared when we're not going to know when we're going to get our next meal, kind of a thing. Like we're still stuck in our brain is still in the Stone Age, even though we're in the 21st fucking century.
Right. Again, that it kind of fits with the whole, energy expenditure to replace the paradigm that you already have.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I
The
mean,
tribalism is strong.
Case in point, we're still doing that tribal shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like ignoring the global warming,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
all evidence points to there's a problem, but I don't want to hear it because I can't mentally cope with it right now.
That and I have bigger things to worry about than the end of humanity. Like
I don't even think that's a real answer. I think that's just a justification.
No, it is. It is. People do have bigger concerns than the end of humanity. Like, why is there so much traffic? Why is it raining today?
It's more immediate. That's why. Yeah, it's more immediate. That's why. It's like, this is, I can feel this, or I'm in it. I'm stuck in traffic. Like I can't see the effects of global warming with my eyes because I'm not seeing the polar ice caps melting.
Right.
I'm
but
not.
You know what I do see? I see that I'm going to be late for fucking work.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like the concerns that you worry about. It's kind of like triage, right?
Yeah.
When you triage someone, like you look at the one, like you work on you assess the situation, and like you look at someone, well, they're dead. I can't do shit for them.
Yeah.
And this guy has a sucking chest wound, but that guy's got he's got an abrasion in his head. I'm gonna work on this guy with the sucking chest wound first because he might fucking die. His lungs are collapsing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna work on this guy first.
Well,
so it's
and I'm not gonna work,
and
I'm not gonna work on this guy because all he needs is a fucking band-aid and he's being a little bitch.
Right.
Well, here's a better example. The person who hears something creak in their house and immediately goes and checks it out versus the person who just stays in bed and hope that there's nothing there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think people are on the hope there's nothing there kind of deal.
Right.
So they're just going to do whatever it takes to ignore the noise they heard outside and just pray like it's not somebody about to rob them.
It's kind of like well, let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And so, like, I feel like these motherfuckers aren't going to get on board until everything is in truly dire straits.
No, it's actually that case because they're not going to cross that bridge until they get to it. Just like you said right now, like these motherfuckers aren't going to do jack shit until they're in the hospital, in a hospital bed, and the nurses are ready to put a fucking ventilator down their goddamn throat because they're having trouble breathing, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, I'll take that vaccine now."
Yeah, can I get a double or a triple?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just give me two. Just give me 2 doses.
With a Z-Pack chaser.
Look, give me all 3 of them. I'll take all 3 of them right now.
Fucking turn Super Saiyan, man.
Right.
Now,
exactly.
Okay, so for the people who have contracted COVID, right? Does that afford them some sort of immunity? I mean, it makes sense that it does.
It
does, but right. you can catch it again. Like you caught it,
right,
and
right.
you still got vaccinated.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like I caught it, right? Because you hear people like I got COVID. I should be fine. But there is a chance. There's every chance that you could contract it again. And so
tell the audience about that. Tell your audience. Tell the audience about the worst day you had with COVID.
It felt like my nerves were burning. It felt like my nerves were on fire. It didn't matter what position I put my body in. And if everything that it didn't matter. Like the fucking fan blowing on my body, I was in pain.
Yeah.
I was extremely uncomfortable.
Right.
That was the worst day. Like I wasn't really coughing. Yes, I had a headache. I had a really bad headache. I had fever. Like none of that shit mattered. None of that shit was in my mind because I was so busy worrying about how my body felt on fire because my nerves were just like agitated.
Yeah.
And it sucked. It sucked. It's terrible.
And after you had it, you needed like a blood transfusion with like 2 bags, right?
Yes, I needed 2 units. Well, that's actually, I don't think it's related to COVID. But what happened when I got better, every time I got up from laying down or even just sitting or going up the fucking stairs, I was out of breath, I was lightheaded, felt like I was gonna pass out. And so I did what everybody else does. I went to Google, I went to WebMD,
right.
And the thing that the prevailing opinion of the things that I the people that wrote these things that I read said that I might have POTS. That's postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, meaning like it was like my body was having difficulty circulating enough blood throughout my system.
Right. So, but you didn't have this problem prior to COVID, right? You had this problem after COVID.
Yes. Well, see, and that's the interesting thing is that I thought it was POTS.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And the reason and the way I found out is I got a blood test to check my hormone levels, and I got the results back, and on the email it said go check with your primary because your hemoglobin is low.
Right.
Now I looked at the numbers, right, and it just said it was red, and it said like it had a term. There was something on there. Something about like it's low or shit like that. You know what I mean? But that means nothing to me. I'm not a fucking doctor.
Right.
You know, like I saw the levels, fine. Like, okay, these are the numbers. You know, and so
Like what's
I
dangerous and what's not dangerous.
right,
Right.
exactly. And so I went that day. I went to my primary. I was able to get an appointment with my primary, and he looked at it and he said, "You needed to go to the ER right now and get a blood transfusion." So what ended up happening was it wasn't POTS. I had low hemoglobin.
Right.
You know, and so like
And what does COVID affect? The blood, the circulatory system.
right now, you know, I don't know. I never like it was my it's probably you know this egregious thing that I you know that I did in forgetting to ask my doctor, hey, is this related to COVID?
Yeah.
I didn't do that, you know, and I should have. But you know, like I want to say it's probably not related, but it could be. You know,
Yeah.
it very well could be. I mean, I have a pre-existing blood condition. I have thalassemia,
Yeah.
meaning you know it's a form of anemia,
Yeah.
and you know my red blood cells are not normal. You know,
Right.
so like, and with that, and what that does to me, you know, the physiological effect of that is every breath that I take isn't going to be equal to
Yeah.
the breath that you take. Like I need more. And so it, you know, like the struggles that I had with athletics when I was younger, it all made sense now, you
Yeah.
know, because like I always had trouble with cardio but after I got my cardio levels up, I was great. But if I
Yeah.
stopped even for a week, I had to build it up again. It sucked, you know. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is going? Like, you know, I always felt like, you know, I'm not in shape. I'm not fit enough, you know. And
Right, but it was never a struggle like it was until after you had COVID.
yes, yes, absolutely. I was like seriously, I go up and down the stairs. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out. And so my wife, you know, she sees me struggling, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Like I'm a little lightheaded, you know. So I'll sit down, I'll feel fine. But as soon as I get up from that, you know, from the chair, I'm fucking dizzy again,
Yeah.
you know." And I kind of just, you know, accept the fact that all right, this is POTS. There are ways to, you know, not necessarily cure it, um, because it's not a disease. It's a pathology, but it's not a disease.
Yeah.
But you know, there are ways to, you know, like there are things that you can take to help you out,
Yeah.
you know. And so I
So
mean, I bought the thing, I bought the fucking salt pills, you know, all that shit. Turns out it's not fucking POTS.
Yeah.
I had low hemo. I had low hemoglobin. So
Yeah. And one of the things about COVID, if you've actually done your fucking research, you fucking animals, is that COVID loves really affecting blood-rich organs like the liver, the kidneys, the brain,
right,
the heart, right? Like and the
your
lungs,
dick,
like these, yeah, your dick, your testicles, right? Like
right,
all of these organs that really are like rich in blood is what COVID really affects, right?
right,
So it may be an airborne pathogen, like that's how it infects you, but I think it's really a blood pathogen, like it's a blood virus. However, I'm not an epidemiologist or a virologist, so that's pure hypothesis.
right.
so
But that's based on everything that I know about viruses.
I have a
Right.
question.
Yeah.
So is your condition like the Filipino version of sickle cell?
actually, actually, here's the thing. It's interesting he says that because um, most people with thalassemia are of Asian descent.
Ah, it is. It
So
is.
it very well might be. So
Mm.
yeah, because yeah, with sickle cell, the you know the cells have an abnormal shape. That's why they call it sickle cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the abnormal shape is because the malaria virus can't infect people who have sickle cell. People who have
Yeah.
sickle cell are immune to malaria.
Wait, so the people who have sickle cell didn't get the malaria vaccine when we were on deployment?
No, no, no. It,
Uh,
they probably gave it to him still.
yeah, they probably still
Yeah,
gave it to
probably.
them, but people who have sickle cell are immune to malaria.
Yeah. The shape of the cell doesn't allow malaria to take hold or some shit like that. My brother has that shit.
Yeah.
It can be painful.
Right. But but yeah, like like I said, it very well could be related to COVID. I don't know.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Could your thalassemia possibly be an adaptation to human environments?
I think about that all the time. Like these things that happen to people. Like certain mutations that happen in their development, right?
Yeah.
Because of whatever factor that triggered that mutation. Like, it might seem like it's a pathology or like it's something bad,
Yeah.
right? But it also could very well be some sort of like adaptation, like you said, to where they're not affected by this or that.
Yeah.
Kind of like a superpower. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I mean, I
Under the
don't know.
right
It could be.
conditions.
You're right, exactly. Under the right conditions, exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I I'll admit that even though I have thalassemia, I know just the basics of what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not affecting me physiologically, where like I need to take some medication. Like I think I have the minor kind. I have thalassemia A.
Yeah.
And so like I think I'm a carrier as well.
Right.
So I pray to Satan that my kids don't have it.
Right.
They're not carriers. But to answer your question, yeah, like I mean, it very well could be. I just don't know if there is anything that thalassemia prevents, or like any beneficial quality that it has.
Right.
So
Nothing that has been proven yet.
Right.
question. So do they know how it comes about? Like so with sickle cell, right? If you got two parents that have the trait,
Hmm.
sickle cell trait, you can get it. So like my father has the trait, I most likely have the trait. My brother, um, by excuse me, by another woman,
Hmm.
probably also had the trait, and he has sickle cell. So you need like these two traits from two parents to end up getting it. So
Yes, I
do
think it
you
works that
do
way.
you have the same logic for
I
getting?
think, yeah, I think it works in the same way. So um, my aunt, my mom's sister, has thalassemia. She's also a carrier. So I think that you both parents need to have thalassemia for it to be the bad kind.
And
You know,
then
the
and then
kind.
both parents to be either a carrier or a carrier and somebody with it.
Right.
So you get like three combos
Yeah.
you get it from.
Like I said, I haven't done a lot of research on it because it's like you said, it's not like we discussed earlier. Like I'm stuck in traffic, I don't have time, or I don't want to worry about global warming. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have thalassemia. Yes, it's affecting me physiologically, but not enough to where I can focus on that instead of cleaning the house or feeding the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess it's one of those like out of sight, out of mind things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the other two celebrities that got COVID. So
All
one
right.
is the comedian Pierre, who
Mm-hmm.
also has diabetes. I think it's type 1.
Okay.
And he was vaccinated but got sick and got over it real quick. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He basically went out, was like, hey, if I was you, I'd get it, because if I didn't have it, I believe I'd be dead.
Right.
Oscar De La Hoya is also vaccinated, so he made the smart move. Because I hear a lot of the rich are already vaccinated. It's just these poor dumb folks who ain't getting a shot.
Right.
And now he's up in the hospital. So like I think that adds to the um the conspiracy theory, or the naysayers seem like, see, this shit doesn't work.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's that contributes to that rhetoric of, well, if like these guys were vaccinated and they got it, so why the fuck should I get it?
Yeah.
You know.
The only
Uh,
good thing I think about California, I think we might be like at 70 or 80% vaccinated or some shit like that.
uh-huh.
So, I feel better for moving around in the state, but the rest of
Right.
the country is still fucked.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is in Nevada, but uh I know that I'm not I assume it's the same everywhere. But
Yeah. But and
there's-
like everybody wants to go outside and everybody wants to travel and do shit, but
right.
nobody wants to do what's necessary to do those things safely.
Right. I
because
mean,
it makes them
here
comfortable.
you could just walk into Walmart or fucking Walgreens and you can get the vaccine. You know.
Same here.
And that's what I did. You know, I went to the gym one time, like on my way to the gym, or on my way home from the gym. I stopped at Walmart to go get something because there's a Walmart like a mile away from my house. It's one of those what do you call it? Neighborhood
Super
markets.
Walmart.
No, it was a neighborhood market actually. It was a small
Oh,
one. So you know, I went in there and you know I said, "Fuck it, why not go get vaccinated?" You know, so I did, and I actually got my second dose 2 days ago. So
Woo!
yeah, fully vaxxed.
welcome
My
to the
arm is still
club.
sore.
That's right. That's right. But now only you and Hate Jones can go to places because if they're asking for Moderna people, it's like I got Pfizer. I guess I'm just gonna have to sit outside.
Yeah, you ain't cool enough, man. You ain't cool enough.
Was Pfizer one and done?
No, Pfizer was two. However, if y'all recall, my former minion and team member has opted to get the Pfizer vaccine. So I suspect that he's going to have the same powers that Thanos had with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because he's gonna have a little dose of all of them, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have all. He's gonna have all three. He's gonna be.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna have all three.
Man, he should travel. He should travel outside the country and go get the other versions that aren't given out here.
Oh, the
Right.
AstraZeneca and fuck, I forget the other one. But yeah, there's the AstraZeneca which we don't get here.
Something's gonna happen to him. I don't know what, but something's gonna happen to him.
I'm
Like I
telling you,
said, he's
he's
either
like,
gonna fuck Super Saiyan or he's gonna start the fucking zombie apocalypse. One of the two.
oh yeah, no. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for him. Really, really. I mean, he's the second coming of Christ as far as I'm concerned.
Stupid. Shit. That's awesome.
Oh
The second
man.
coming of Christ.
All right. Well,
Right on.
I'm getting hungry over here, so I'm gonna go and nosh on some shit. Not actual
Word.
shit, but go get some food.
Right.
So we'll cut this one short. I know y'all motherfuckers are used to not listening to 3 hours of us talking.
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about Joe Rogan nearly as much, other than like, hey, Joe Rogan's kind of an idiot for saying the shit that he says, because it's highly misinformed. And
Highly,
there it
highly.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
It is what it is, right?
I'm waiting for him to catch it a second time.
Oh man,
Like
Wait,
that.
he's not
jeez.
vaccinated?
Yeah, like that, or for like, I wish he would have got one of the ones where like he lost his taste permanently. Like, let me give you a little bit on that shit, right? So in the thing that I watch, you have like in the top of your nasal cavity, you have like basically taste buds for smell, right?
Right.
And the virus somehow fucks with those receptors.
Yeah.
And as they come back online after you lose it, they're a little wonky. So things that should smell good might smell bad, and then
Right.
that
Mm-hmm.
affects your whole taste level. And so the video I watched had like 5 people or 4 or 5 people who all had either completely lost their taste or things would smell bad. And it's an
Right.
actual disease, so where you can lose your smell and taste.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's an actual disease, and so they're
Kind of
classifying
like that
that.
movie Walk Hard. The parody of Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smell
and
that
so
baby, smell it.
I was like, man, if people had ate chicken that tastes like throw up, and
Ew.
you had like everybody who caught COVID at some level lost their taste. Because I know one
Oh.
person who actually lost his feeling, his sense of taste, but I think he got it all back. But if that
Hmm.
was one of the things, and it was prevalent, people be running for the shot.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Anything
I
not to get
lost
that shit.
I lost my sense of smell, but I never really lost my sense of taste. My sense of smell came back completely 3 days after I
Yeah,
lost it.
but like,
And
did it decrease how flavorful food tasted?
it might have, but it could be because I mean I'm sick. When you're sick,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you,
but
you just,
that's the thing is like when you can't smell, food isn't as flavorful. Like even if your taste
yeah,
buds work and your smell doesn't, you can still
yeah,
taste it. But they say you primarily taste the sweets, like the base flavors, sweet, sour,
yeah,
the umami kind of shit. But you
yeah,
don't really
yeah,
taste the extras because those
right.
extras actually come from the smell of the food that you get when
Yeah,
the
aromatics.
creep
Yeah,
up the back of your throat, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
the aromatics. Well, so here's what I can say is that I never really completely lost my sense of taste, but it very well could have affected the way I taste the stuff, and so I mean I probably did lose my sense of taste in some level,
Like, how
Yeah.
bad would it be if weed smelled like farts?
You're making me not want to smoke.
Don't put that evil on him, Ricky
Yeah,
Bobby.
right. Don't put the evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, but yeah, it seems like it's gonna take like an avalanche of bad shit to happen before
Yeah.
people realize they should move out of Hurricane Alley.
Yeah,
Right.
because let's face it, I was going to point out one of the greatest ironies is that, Donald Trump and his family got vaccinated,
Yep,
and he actually tried to push the vaccine on his cult,
yep,
and even he got booed for trying to
yep.
do that shit. And I'm like, look, if the cult leader that started this whole fucking mess can't get these motherfuckers to take the vaccine, I don't even think Jesus coming down from heaven could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even Alex Jones turned on him.
Right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. So,
Dude, if Jesus came down, they would fucking have him deported, son.
Yep,
right to Guantanamo Bay.
Right. Fucking
indeed,
Gitmo. They're gonna take him to Gitmo and they're gonna fucking waterboard his ass.
Right, exactly,
on a
exactly,
cross.
exactly.
Right.
Well, I don't know about
Exactly.
that, but yeah.
They probably would. They probably would put him on a cross. I
Yeah,
mean, you never know.
the water machine is kind of a cross.
It kind of
Right.
is.
Stretch your
Well,
arms out.
okay, so maybe not waterboarding because you know how Jesus walks on water. Maybe,
No, no, no. He
he's got some
he
Not with his
he he,
face.
he walks. Yeah, exactly.
not with his face. Let's see you walk on water now, motherfucker.
Right.
Oh man. Fundamentalists are coming after us. I'm expecting to see Westboro Baptist Church outside my fucking door in a minute.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And on that note, trolls, go ahead and leave a comment.
Right.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Watch our other YouTube videos. They're worse than this.
Right.
So on behalf of Chino and Hate Jones, I am America's homeboy. Until next time,
Fuck Joe
homies.
Rogan.
Peace.